Proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? And now the starters.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome here to John Mickelson Field on the campus of Eastern Arizona College. Lee Patterson with you as we bring you Eastern Arizona College men's soccer action here tonight as the Otero Rattlers are in town to take on your Eastern Arizona College Gila Monsters. The Rattlers in their road kits with white tops and blue bottoms. Eastern in their home kits with yellow and white with the reptile skin on the shoulders. The starting lineups tonight for the 2-0 Otero Rattlers. In goal will be number 1, Gabe Selby. On defense, number 1, Luis Gonzalez. Number 6, Gio Poliero. At center, number 7, Yudo Komine. Forward, number 9, Dean Roy Phillip. Number 10, Bruno Andrucci. Maxime Lagai. And number 20, Patrick Vukoye. Number 26, Alessandro Colea. Rafa Lara and Tom Larcier are the starters for Otero tonight. Now the starting lineup for Bobby Peters and your Eastern Arizona College Gila Monsters. In net, number 1, Guillermo Palacio. Also starting number 3, Nakara Williams. Number 4, Letson Jerome. Number 6, Carrick Stewart. Number 10, Leandro Pasos Aquino. Number 14, James Quake. Number 15, Anthony Barrios. Number 16, Roberto Arbayo. Number 18, Bruno Hurtado Antello. And number 19, Ronaldo Berger. The starters tonight for Eastern Arizona, who comes into this one 1-1-1 on the season. Otero comes in 2-0 on the season. This is the final preseason game for the Monsters. They start their conference schedule on Saturday against Paradise Valley, who this Otero squad just beat 5-0 in their last outing. Should be an exciting one. Still a warm evening here in southeastern Arizona, 94 degrees, 25% humidity as we get things going here tonight at Eastern Arizona College. We welcome all of you watching us tonight on the YouTube feed from all over the country and all over the world, bringing you NJCAA men's soccer. Looks like we are ready to go. Get this one underway. 45 minutes on the clock. And we are ready to get this one underway. Rattlers control early on. Monster showing some pressure, able to get the ball early. Dispossessed and headed back the other way. Otero in possession, far side. Otero controlling it, making Eastern come up here on the back end. Looking for a long downfield runner. Now they'll put it in action on the far side. That's Gonzalez with it. Gets it up to midfield. On the far side. Those dark numbers are a little tough to see on those Otero jerseys. Into the attacking end. Knocked away there by Eastern as Nicaro Williams gets his right foot on it to knock it away and slow down the attack for the Rattlers. Rattlers have been able to put the ball in the net on their Arizona road trip, their third game in Arizona before heading back to Colorado in the morning. They are 2-0. Near side with it, trying to flick it down, and Palacio there to put a stop to that for the Monsters. Palacio off the far side. Both teams still trying to feel each other out here in the first minute and a half, 2 minutes of this one. A lot more control for Eastern on the back end than we've seen in previous games, as the Rattlers are really packing it in the midfield. Near side Barrios with it. He's double teamed, so he gets it back to Williams. And now controlled back to Stewart. Off right side to Jerome. Jerome sends it in. Long runner, but there to control it is Gabe Selby for Otero. Quick start out the other side to Gio Poliero, wearing the captain's armband tonight for the Rattlers. It is neon night here at Eastern Arizona College as the students are arriving. Near side, Collier with it. Now back to Larcier. Selby will kick it across. Eastern putting some pressure on back there, making sure Otero has some crisp passing early on in this one. Much more settled, much more relaxed looking for the Monsters. Now Monster ball. Tried to get it near side. Out to Pepito and Gom, but now back to Barrios, and they'll reset near midfield to Jerome. Right side, runner in the box, and no threat there as it goes through for a goal kick. Who was that running through the box for Eastern? Bruno Hurtado Antello from Santa Cruz Cooperative. Eastern with some pressure back. Otero happy to just sit back on this one with Poliero. Now back to the keeper, Selby. Near side, up and over the head and out of Bukoye. And Eastern will have a throw near side. Barrios with it. Back to Williams. And Eastern will back up and reset to the midfield. Jerome with it far side. Now center to Kwake. Right side over to Berger. Dust up along the line and out on Otero. That will be a throw for Eastern. And they're going to say it's a kick now, not a throw for Eastern on the far side. It was whistled as a foul, not a over the line and out. Eastern much more controlled so far in the early going of this one. Now on a run, far side, Berger with it towards the corner. Going to fake the cross, now sprint into the box, reverse towards the keeper and just past the wide post. A shot on by Berger, just didn't go through, and Eastern nearly got the early 1-0 lead. with some fancy footwork on the far side by Bernardo Berger. Goal kick for the Rattlers. Monsters put on pressure with Aquino. Now a lefty through ball, headed away by Jerome. Eastern will keep it in their end. And a whistle, and an aggressive, they whistle it against Eastern. They said it was against Eastern, as Bruno Hurtado and Tello gets whistled. But a quick restart for Otero, far side, still 0-0. 39-15 remaining in the first half of this one, just 6.5 minutes in. Rattlers on the run, far side, and a whistle, and a foul called against the Monsters, so that's going to set up a kick on the far side for the Rattlers. Looked like it was pretty mutual going down the far side, but both players went down. And now it will be a kick from just outside the edge of the 18 for Otero. Setting up a set piece on the far side. Into the box and off the foot and in for a goal. A runner from the near side. Alessandro Caleo with the early goal at the 38-24 mark of the first half, and the Rattlers get on the board first. It went through the box, and the last person it could have hit was the right foot of Caleo, and it went off his foot into the back of the net for the first goal of the game. Alessandro Calea, a freshman, with the first goal of the game. 7.5 minutes in the 8th minute. Eastern will now play from behind. Eastern coming off a win over Trinidad Community College, which is a conference mate of these Otero Rattlers, both in the Region 9 South. Eastern with a 3-0 win to pick up the team's first ever as a program last time out. Steal by the Monsters. Pepito with it. Middle of the field. He has it knocked away and regained by Otero. Long run near side. Monsters back on defense. That's Williams who will kick it out of bounds. And it will be a throw in for Otero. Patrick Vukoye with the throw. Back to midfield to the goal scorer, Colea. Far side, 50-50 ball, and Otero gets to it first. On the run. Now kicked away by Jerome. Center of the field. Back to Barrios, near side. And Eastern will reset to Williams. Now to Barrios, looking for some room. Has a man. Gets it to Pepito. And then kick back. Now to Berger. Berger had a shot earlier in this one, just missed wide. The only shot on goal for the Monsters in the first 8 minutes. One sails over his head and out of bounds. It'll be a throw by Otero. That's Fukuye with the throw. Now onto the foot of Komine. Center of the pitch, taken away by the Monsters, on the run with some room. Berger with it. Berger with a lefty boot, won't go. Knocked straight up in the air. Pepito heads it back towards goal, and then cleared by Otero. To midfield. Phillip with it. Now tries to cross. Into the 18, fires into the back of the net for a goal. Number 30, Tom Larcier. And that's a second goal of the match for Otero. And Otero on top, 2-0 early on in the 10th minute of this one. Nearly 2 minutes between the two goals, and the Rattlers lead it 2-0. They've been contested shots. They've just been really good efforts by Otero early on. They've been able to find just enough room to get the shot through. On for Eastern Arizona College, will be number 20, Ivan Felix, the freshman from Tucson, replacing Bruno Hurtado Antelo. Check that, 16, Roberto Arbayo. Eastern down 2-0 now, early on. The first in the 10th minute of this one. Jerome controls it for the Monsters. Now pushes forward. Chips it on, and Berger zigged when he should have zagged, and it'll be all the way back to Selby in net. Off far side. Now to midfield for Otero. On the run again. Brings it across to the near side. Ducolia. Now back to Barrios, near side. Barrios going to be fouled. And it'll be a free kick for the Monsters. Long effort, right side to Jerome. Check that to Berger. Berger on the run, right side. Has some room. And now has it taken away at the edge of the 18. Monster still with pressure, though. Now Otero will spread it to the near side on the cross. Brings it up to Vukoye. On the run near side. Nobody there to pick up the ball. He's going to dribble it down and just a little bit too far, and that'll go out of bounds for a goal kick for the Monsters. Palacio. Already the goal kick. Near side to Williams. Off to Barrios. Right back to Williams. There was a high school football game here on Friday night. First time we've seen the yard markers on this field since it's been converted to soccer. Barrios with the ball near side and kicked away by Otero. It'll be a throw-in for Eastern. Barrios will throw near side. Gets it back to Williams. Back to Barrios on the run on the left foot. Has some room, kicked out of bounds on a nice tackle by Larcier, the last goal scorer. Barrios will throw. In near side, back to Barrios. Barrios double teamed and taken away deep in the corner by Vukoge. Out to Eastern though. Stewart with it. Stewart with a long cross into the back of the box. Headed up and out by Felix. He was able to get it to him on the far side, but not in a position that Felix could do anything with it. All he could do was put it back up in the air, and it floated out of bounds. Pretty stiff wind from the southeast this evening. Nearly a full moon here tonight as well. Eastern trails early, though, 2-0 to Otero. Long ball up to midfield. One-timer. Eastern able to get there. Jerome with the tackle, but Otero stays in possession. Now Williams trying to get back. 3-on-1 for Otero. The shot and just wide. It'll be a goal kick for Eastern. So the Monsters survived that attack for Otero. It was a 3-on-1 break. Williams did a nice job of getting back and staying with the play. Long ball right side for Eastern. Controlled at midfield and out to Otero. The Rattlers will inbound or throw in. Far side. Eastern controls back to Palacio. Near side to Williams. Now leaves it middle of the field to Quake. Now to Barrios. Able to get around his defender. The lefty crosses. It's going to find its way to Felix. Right side. Eastern has numbers. Throws it up into the box to Pepito. And it's knocked away by the Rattlers in the box. But a near mishandle on the back end. But Otero able to keep it in. Near side. Coyale with it. Eastern putting on the pressure with Carrick Stewart. Eastern able to get it back with Pepito, but stolen right back by the Rattlers. Up to midfield. Vukoye on the run. Eastern got to get back. That's Felix who gets back to make the defensive play for Eastern and gains possession. Now up to Quake. Near side, and he just clears it. He was looking for the cutter Ontello to the near side. It was just a little bit too much for him. Ontello, though, gets it back. Nice defense there by the Monsters. To Stewart. Over to Berger, middle of the field. Berger. Dispossessed on the far side by Polario. Otero ball. Near side to Larcier. Middle of the field, far side. Lara with it. And taken back by Ivan Felix, right side. Felix turns the corner, tries to keep it in bounds, and does. Right side, and kicks it off the shin of an Otero defender on the far side. That looked like 27, Rafa Lara. And into the lineup for Eastern Arizona College will be number 29, Darius Jers, replacing number 11, Pepito. And on for Otero will be number 8, Lewis Barrett. Long look to Jers, far side, a little bit too much for him. And it'll be a throw in for the Rattlers. Now it's officially neon night as we've got our glow sticks up in the press box, courtesy of Eastern Arizona College Athletics. It'll be a throw in for the Rattlers, near side. 28.5 minutes to play in the first half of this one. Otero on top 2-0 here over Eastern Arizona College. Throw in, collected by Andrucci, but taken back by the Monsters. The official on the near side says a foul against Otero as Barrios hit the deck. And finally, a whistle blown, and it's going to be a quick restart for Eastern. Taken away, though, at midfield as Aquino can't hang on to it. Otero on the run again. They've got 3 on the break. Far side, kick out of the, just outside. It will be a goal kick for the Monsters. When Otero gets into the attacking zone, they go fast. Probably the fastest attacking team we've seen so far in the short history of Eastern soccer. Eastern with it far side. Felix. So back to Jerome. Jerome with the long cross, trying to find Stewart on the run. Can't find him, but Stewart gets it back on the misdirect. He'll leave it center of the field. Now right side to Berger. Berger off his right foot. A little bit too far out in front of him, but Eastern chases it down into the box and stolen back by Otero on the far side. To be a little bit crisper down in that offensive end. The Monsters have had 2 or 3 chances, but Otero able to shut them down the 2 or 3 times they've been in the scoring zone. Vukoye, near side. Back to Kolea. Now far side. Eastern nearly chases it down. But Louis Barrett there to chase it down for Otero, and then heads it down to keep it in. Off far side for the Rattlers. Now center of the field. On the run. Through ball. Onside, and a sliding save far side by Guilherme Palacio. Good decision by him to come out and go to the ground to save that one. 25:50 to play in the first half of this one. Monsters trail 2-0. Here to Otero. Otero comes into this one 2-0 on the season. Eastern 1-1-1. Otero gets it back. And a long through ball right side. It's going to check up, and Otero able to get there. Keeps it in. Far corner. Double teamed. Now back on top to Larcier. Now far side on the cross. One-timer off the left boot and out. It will be a goal kick for the Monsters. This Otero team made it to the national tournament last year, are not currently ranked coming into tonight's contest. Jerome has it in the back end for the Monsters. Leaves it to Claquet. Now up to Stewart. Stewart can't control it off his right foot and holds a hand up. Almost say that one's on me. Setting to come on for the Monsters will be number 8, Sebastian Aguilera, freshman from El Paso, Texas, at the next chance. Throw in, headed by Barrios, straight up in the air. And then back to Williams for the Monsters, to Barrios. Corrals it, stolen away by Otero and kicked out of bounds on the nice defensive effort by Williams. Vukoye set to inbound or throw in on the near side. Looking for some help. Keeps meandering his way down the line. Gets it in right back to Vukoye. Cross is headed down by Williams. And then Eastern on the run back the other way. Monsters have numbers. It's a 4-on-3 break across to Felix. Now to Berger. Berger on the run. And knocked away, but into the hands or onto the foot of Jers, who's going to corral it left side. He's got some room. Jers puts on a move, goes to the end line. Now back in the box. Now kicks it out to Berger near side. Berger has it knocked away, and Eastern will reset to Stewart. Now back near side to Aquino. Aquino down to Jers in the left corner. And it's going to be a corner kick for the Monsters, I believe. It will be a corner. It looks like 20 Yvonne Felix will take the corner from the near side for Eastern, with a chance to get this game back to half. And headed down, but here comes a long lefty chance up and through the uprights, and no good. On for the Monsters will be number 8, Sebastian Aguilera. And on for the Rattlers will be number 15, Axel Lazoya. And it's time for a water break here at Eastern Arizona College. 22:31 to play in the first half. It's Otero 2, Eastern nothing. We'll be back after this timeout. Welcome back in here to John Mickelson Stadium. Actually, John Mickelson Field at Eastern Arizona College. Lee Patterson with you. For Eastern Arizona College men's soccer, down 2-0 here to the Otero Rattlers. And as we come back to live action, it will be a goal kick for Otero. As we've got a cleat change, a boot change, if you will, for James Kwake to put on a new pair at that water break. Otero starts the live action after the water break. And I'm new to soccer, and I don't know if this is an NJCAA rule or if it's just an ACC rule because it's so hot in Arizona. But the water break has been in every game we've seen so far. Nice defense there for the Monsters there at midfield, and they're going to say a foul against Eastern. I'm not seeing a ton of soccer, but Bernardo Berger is just as confused as I am. Offside flag is up. Nope, they're going to say it went out of bounds. Over the line, it will be a throw-in. Monsters back to Palacio. Near side to Williams. Williams into the midfield. Near side to Barrios. Barrios, cross, nice pass, but unable to hang on to it. And then here comes a hard tackle by Eastern, and the official going to come talk to the Monsters. It'll be free kick for Otero. Both teams tonight a little bit more controlled on with the ball than we've seen out of Eastern in their first couple of matches. That first match against Southern Nevada was like watching a tennis match or a ping pong match going back and forth. Much more controlled here tonight. Otero on the run, far side, into the attacking end. Nice defense there by the Monsters, and a late whistle, and a foul going to be called against Eastern. That will go on Quake. And Otero will get to set up about 40 yards out. From the far side. Into the and off of Palacio and in for a goal. Oh, they're going to say the offside flag was up. The offside flag was up. So no goal. It'll be a goal kick for Eastern. Palacio had his hand up saying, hey, that has to be offside. And that was the call eventually against Otero. 19 and a half minutes to play in the first half of this one. 2-0. Otero on top of Eastern Arizona College here on Neon Night at John Mickelson Stadium. Williams with the ball, near side to Barrios. Barrios around the defender. We'll leave it back to Quake. Right side now to Felix. Felix it'll be out of off of Eastern, they said. They said it was off of Eastern. Felix was ready to throw it in, but the far side official said off of Eastern, so a throw in for Otero. Headed back in for Eastern. On the run into the box and chased down. And a big boot away by Selby. A whistle against Eastern. And that's going to be close to the edge of the 18. Where Otero will set up for the free kick. Going to be just outside the 18, about 20, 21 yards out for Otero. Can we see a number of that offensive player on the far side? Single digit. Looks like number 9, Dean Roy Phillip. Crosses off the top of the post and out for Otero. It'll be a goal kick for the Monsters. Monsters have given up 2 goals early, but they have been able to weather the heavy offensive output by Otero early on in this one. Williams can't keep it in, and Stewart kicks it out as the Monsters try to stop another attack by Otero, and a whistle and a foul. As Bruno Andrucci hits the turf. And now set to kick for Otero from the near side. Will be Lewis Barrett. Off the right foot, curls it in, onto the boot of a teammate, kicked away on the far side by the Monsters and kicked out by Jers. Near midfield, battle for the ball as Otero kicks it all the way back to the keep. Nice job by Eastern there of clearing that one on another close free kick. 15 and a half left in the first half of this one. 2-0, Otero on top. Final preseason tune-up for Eastern Arizona College as Stewart whistled for the foul. Be a kick for Otero. Final tune-up, as I mentioned, the ACC conference schedule starts Saturday as Eastern will take on Paradise Valley. And another whistle against the Monsters on Jers on the far side. Be another free kick for Otero. They choose to start quickly. Far side on the run. Here come the Rattlers on the attack again. Into the edge of the 18. Crosses near side. Lefty. And nearly saved. I think no touch by Palacio. And it kind of looked like he shoulder hit that post. But Palacio got up and seems to be okay. He's had a rough start to his collegiate career. He took a cleat to the side of the head in the very first game at Salt Lake, and he's been recovering from that ever since. And that time it almost looked like his shoulder went into the near side pole. Run up to Berger. Berger not able to get there. And Selby will corral. 13:55 to play in the first half of this NJCAA men's soccer match between Otero and Eastern Arizona College. We thank those of you watching us tonight on the Eastern Arizona College YouTube feed. Long ball onside. Attacking on. Sliding tackle by Williams, but still corralled by Otero. Cross is saved by Palacio. Quick hands by him. Does that look like Dean Roy Phillip again with another shot on goal? Jers with the ball, far side. And out over the line, throw in for Eastern on the far side. Into Felix. Felix with some fancy footwork. Crosses to the near side to Barrios. Barrios now back to Williams. Williams to Jerome in the center circle. Jerome, little touch on flick to Berger over his head, but it's going to come down to Williams near side. Williams has some room. Lefty has it blocked off the back of an Otero Rattler and corralled by Otero for another possession. Near side, Andrucci with it. Now far side for Otero. Jers on the defensive side, now double teamed, far side, now triple teamed by Eastern. Able to cut it off, looks like Felix on the far side. Felix up to Stewart. Stewart on the run. Stewart near side to Berger. Berger turns. Back to the middle of the field, right side. He gets through to Jers, who's onside. Jers into the far corner. And he is taken down, and that's going to be a sharp angle. But Eastern will have a shot here to set up a set piece. Barrios coming on. The lefty will take the kick. He's got the power in that left boot to wrap it around. We'll see if Eastern could have the score here with 11 and a half minutes to play in the first half. Barrios set on the far side. Here comes the whistle and the cross to Jerome in the box. Eastern wants a handball. It wasn't called by the officials. They wanted a handball in the box for a penalty kick, but no whistle. And Otero going to try to run out on the far side in possession. A missed one there by the official. Play on. Eastern back the other way to Berger. Headed away by Otero. Back to the near side to Vukoye. Now Otero on the run. Crosses, header, saved out of Nice job by Palacio off the tip of his fingers to save that one on the far side. He's been peppered here tonight, but he is still able to save the last three that have come his way. Eastern back into the attacking end. Down goes Jers on the far side, and they're going to say it is a throw-in for Otero. 10 minutes left in this one. 35 minutes gone. Otero leads 2-0. Both of their goals came in the first 10 minutes of this one. Since then, it's been pretty level. Vukoye near side. Patrick Vukoye. Now cross on the backside. And a long through. Williams able to clear it. Out tries to find Stewart on the run, but Vukoye with it. Cross, far side. Phillip with it. In the box, righty. And saved by Palacio again. And Eastern will get another goal kick. We'll have complete stats after halftime. We'll bring them to you in the second half. Barrios with it on the long throw by Palacio. Reverses it. Dispossessed at midfield and a whistle. Called against Otero. Here comes, we've got too many soccer balls out there. Now we've got a restart for Eastern. Off the leg of an Otero defender. Back to Vukoye near side. He'll push it up near side on the run now. And Williams able to knock it over the line for a throw. It'll be a throw for Eastern, off to Barrios. Barrios hassled there, but the lefty. And here comes a card. It will be, oh, he put it in his pocket. He did not book. He pulled the card out of his pocket, but he did not book Andrucci. Oh, is he in booking Andrucci? He is. A yellow card against Andrucci at the 8:12 mark of the first, remaining in the first half. So Andrucci booked. Set to come on for Eastern Arizona College will be number 10, Leonardo Pasos Aquino, but it will be after the free kick. Right side, Felix with it for Eastern. Now back to Jerome. Jerome with the long floater into the box. The header off the foot now, kept in, headed to the back of the goal and in by Berger. The assist from Barrios and the Monsters cut it in half with 8:08 to play in the first half. What a goal there by Berger, and an assist off the left foot of Barrios, and the Monsters on the board to make it 2-1. And the clock stops now at 7:45. It was an 8:08 is actually when that goal was scored, but now the clock will wind. 7:40 to play in the first half. The Monsters get a goal from Berger off the assist from Barrios. 2-1. Eastern Arizona College on top. That was set up by the long loft in by Jerome, 40 yards out. Nice job by the Monsters there to cut this one in half. That was a big momentum that they needed before the break. 2-1, Otero on top. Long through ball far side. Too far for, now actually there was nobody on the run for Otero. It'll be a throw by Eastern. But first we'll have substitutions on for Eastern. Number 10, Leonardo Pasos Aquino. And number 9, TJ Cummings. And on for Otero will be number 14, Jose Bucio. 6.5 to play in the first half. Trying to get some fresh legs on for both sides. And a long boot for Eastern. Berger on the run. He's got some speed. Still has something in the tank this late in the first half. He controls it at the edge. Now back to Berger in the box. Can't get it through. Saved by Selby, and that would have been back-to-back. That would have been a brace for Berger if he was able to get that one past Selby. What a run on by Berger there, showing his athleticism and speed. He's frustrated with himself as he's trying to catch his breath on the near side. 5:55 to play in the first. Monsters have come to life here late. A long floater up the near sideline, nowhere near. And it'll be a throw. Now on top to Barrios, out to Williams. Far side to Felix. On the feet of Williams, near side to Barrios. The lefty double teamed and taken down. Whistle and a foul against Uccio. Quick restart by the Monsters. Out to Jerome. Far side to Felix. Felix comes near side. Back to Williams at midfield. Williams to Barrios. Back out on top to Aguilera. Back to Jerome, right side. Berger looking for some room again on the back end. They get it to him. Chests it down in the middle of the field and booted out by Otero. Be a throw in for Barrios into Aguilera. Back to Quake. Now back to Williams at midfield. Swings it across to Jerome. To Felix. Felix, middle of the field. And Eastern controls. 4 minutes to play in the first half. Otero on top, 2-1. Cross to the near side to Williams. Williams with the long floater right side. But cut off by Otero, but right back into possession of Eastern. To Felix, right side. Felix, back to Williams. On the run to the near side. Williams tries to split it through, can't, gets it back, and Jerome will try to get it to Barrios near side, but had too much steam on it. It'll be a throw in for Otero. 3 minutes, 18 seconds left in the first half of this one, or so the clock says. The man in the middle, in the purple shirt, is the one that controls that time. Otero controls it in the back end. Monsters aren't chasing as much as they were early in the first. Now looking for some room, and stolen back by Berger. Berger spins, tries to split the double team, and loses the ball on the way. Back into Otero's possession. Far side. Now back to center back. And a chip on, trying to find a runner, but Williams there to kick it away as Phillip was on the run. Vukoye will throw. Right back near side. And an offside flag is up. That'll be a free kick for Eastern. Quick restart, 1:50 to play first half. Monsters down 1. Eastern on the run, trying to find Berger again. Now far side for Jers, and Selby going to let it go over the line and out. it'll be a goal kick for the Rattlers. As we approach a minute and a half to play in the first half. Eastern has played from behind much of this half. They were down 2-0 in the first 10 minutes of this one, but the remaining 35 of this one has been pretty even, and Eastern able to cut that lead in half. Selby taking as much time as he can as that clock runs down to a minute to play. High floater to the near side. Barrios coming over on defense. And it's going to be out off of Otero. Barrios to throw. Gets it into Williams. And a collision behind the play. One of Eastern's players is down. Behind the play, that's Kwake. Eastern plays on. I'm not sure what happened, but there was a little bit of contact. And Kwake went down, no whistle. But here comes Phillip back on the run for Otero. One-on-one in the box. Cut off on the far side by Williams. Crosses near side and saved by Palacio again for the Monsters. He's having a heck of a night being peppered in net. Long run by Jers, right side. He's onside. He's going to have a chance. Gets it in the edge of the box. Crosses and off of the net and out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Otero. That is the end of the first half here at Eastern Arizona College with a score Otero 2 and Eastern Arizona College 1. We'll be back after halftime on the EAC YouTube channel. Welcome back here to John Mickelson Stadium. Lee Patterson with you here on Eastern Arizona College YouTube. Otero leads Eastern Arizona 2-1 at halftime. Let's look at some of the stats in the first half. Otero had a whopping 10 shots in the first half. They really peppered Palacio in net. 10 shots. The two goal scorers were Alessandro Colea and Tom Larcier for Otero, and those two were in the 8th minute and the 10th minute of the game. For Eastern Arizona College, 4 shots, and the 1 goal, Renardo Berger off of the assist of Anthony Barrios. 6 saves for Guillermo Palacio, and 1 save for Gabe Selby for Otero. Looks like we are ready for second half action. It will be Eastern Arizona College with the kick. As we await the clock to run down to zeros before they put 45 back up. Been a pretty good game. I mean, Otero really started strong with the aggressive offensive attack, scoring 2 goals within 2 minutes of each other in the first 10 minutes of the game. But then Eastern were able to settle down. Otero still had a heavy defensive or offensive pressure, but Palacio has been able to get a mid or a foot on many of those goals. Looks like we got 45 on the clock. And we are ready for second half action here. Eastern Arizona and Otero. Eastern in the yellow kits, Otero in the white kits. Thank you for joining us wherever in the world you are joining us tonight. I know we got a lot of viewers from Brazil. And if I knew any Portuguese at all, I would use it here, but I don't. Maybe by the end of the season I'll get a couple of Portuguese phrases down. Monsters patient again to start. They've been able to start their attack from pretty far back. This time Jers has it, middle of the field, really collapse on by Otero. Play on, says the official. Back the other way, long through, but Williams is there to knock it down. Hassled on the far side, and Williams comes away with it. Nice job there on the far side by Williams. Keeps it into Barrios, and now back to Palacio. Go reset to the near side to Jerome. Leaves it to Stewart. Stewart up near side to Felix. Felix on the run. Now stops. Comes near side. Now back on top to Stewart. To Jers. Just a little bit too hard. And picked up by Otero. Ball is a 50-50 ball. Out of bounds off of Otero. It will be an Eastern throw. Maxime Ligai thought it was off of Eastern, but the official said off of Otero. I guess the nice part about soccer is when you can't see the numbers on the far side and they flip sides at halftime, you see new guys the whole second half. Near side, Gonzalez with it. To Ligai. As Otero, both teams tonight, not a lot of over-the-top long bombs, as Otero really setting up in a 2-5-3 on this attack here, but Eastern able to take it away at midfield. That's Berger to the near side, on the run, up to Jers. Jers turns into the edge of the 18. Hassled there, now brings it back to Felix. Felix has it taken away, and it's going to be out of bounds off of the Monsters, and it will be a throw-in for Otero. Monsters looking for a quick attack here to try to level this one early on in the second half. That goal by Berger is the first goal that Otero has given up this season, just their third game, but this is the first goal. They beat Gateway 1-0 and Paradise Valley 5-0. So their first goal given up of the season as Berger finds the back of the net earlier in this one. Gonzalez with the ball near side to Ligai. Back to Gonzalez. Jers with the aggressive defense near side. And finally back to Gio Polero. Now Gonzalez tries to find a runner, but Jerome there to head it away for Eastern, and picked up by Felix. Felix down the near side. Tries to find Jers, and he's knocked down after the pass attempt, and a foul going to be called against Otero. Felix trying to start fast. And now a warning against Otero as Rafa Lara a little bit too close to the restart. Long through ball for Eastern off the heel of Aguilera. And now back to Felix near side. Felix around a defender and chipped out by Otero. Eastern will have a throw deep in the attacking zone though. Jers with it. Back to Stewart. Tries to find Jers again, but nothing doing. Eastern keeps it in though. Williams with it. He's just going to flick it on. And saved by, or picked up by, Selby. Quick restart by Otero. Far side now. If Otero doesn't have the run out on that first pass through, they bring it back, reverse it, and try it on the other side. Now Gonzalez bring it up the near side for Otero. Finds a man. Near side to Ligai. On the run, left side now to Andrucci. Back through, but picked off by Eastern. But kept in by Otero. Far side to Phillip. Phillip on the run. Kicked away by Williams. And he wants to keep possession, and he does. Back to Barrios, it looked like. Nice. Williams has been really, really good tonight on defense. Felix with the ball near side. Leaves it to Stewart. Stewart looks downfield. Now backs it back, far side. Crosses it over to Williams. Now Stewart has to tie his shoe. So Williams will leave it for Jerome, center of the field. Now back to Stewart. Stewart to Aguilera, right at midfield. Leaves it back to Stewart. Stewart with the cross, far side to Barrios. Scooped up by Otero, but kept in by Eastern. Pinballed back and forth. Now headed out. Stewart keeps it for Eastern, and then a third header down to the near side. A cross through, stolen by Jerome. Jerome up to Barrios. Barrios through the defense, beats the double team, still with it. Still has it on the far side, and then kicked back in by Otero, and that's going to lead to a break. 4-on-3, far side. Now 5-on-3. Phillip in the middle, and booted away by Carrick Stewart. And Eastern on the attack. Berger tries to find some room. And it will be picked up by Selby for the Otero Rattlers. 37-47 remaining in this one. Monsters trail 2-1. But they've weathered the storm. 10 shots on goal tonight for Otero. Only 2 in. A long run on to Phillip. A little too far. But chased down in the corner by Otero. Still on. Now back out to the near side to Lara. Lara floats it far side and going to be through the box and kicked out on top. And Otero will restart back at midfield. Nice job on the defensive end for the Monsters there. Otero on the attack far side. Lefty into the box. And that will go over the in line and out for a goal kick. Monsters with the quick restart to Felix to the near side. Leave it for Stewart in the middle of the field. Now far side to Barrios. Five across the back for Otero in this one. Eastern trying to find some room. Felix to Aguilera near side. Knocked away, but kept on by Eastern. Onto the foot of Ivan Felix. Leaves it up to Jers. Jers decked on the way through, and a whistle and a foul. Called on Tom Larcier. Felix a little bit slow to regain. And now he'll set for the kick. Nearly 40 yards, 45 yards out. But he's going to set it up off the right foot. It will be Jerome, now off to Felix. Felix floats it in, has somebody on side, back of the box, and not able to corral it. Otero going to have it on the run. Berger using his speed to chase it down, and that's going to stay inbound on the far side. Eastern will gain possession. Eastern not able to corral it inside the box, but they were able to get back on defense and keep possession. Stewart with it, left side. Nobody home, and here comes a run. Phillip with it right side. Phillip back out on top now. Lefty attempt, nothing there. It'll be a goal kick for the Monsters. 34-38 to play in this one. Jerome with it, leaves it for Stewart, center of the field. Now back to Williams, left side. Back to Jerome. And back to Stewart. Jers has some room on the near side if they can find him on that break. Now to Aguilera. Aguilera near side to Felix. Felix going to go left, and they'll reset back to Jerome. Out of Felix, back to Stewart. Center back. Now onto the boot of Felix. Far side to Williams as Eastern resets. Here come the Monsters on the run. Kicked away by Otero. Trying to stay in. And Otero does, but there to knock it away for Eastern is Letson Jerome, and it's going to be a throw for the Monsters. On for Otero, number 7, Yuto Kamine. On for the Monsters, number 18, Bruno Hurtado Antello. Number 16, Roberto Arbayo. And number 14, James Quake. It'll be Monster throw. 32:54 to play. Monsters trying to level this one at 2. Far side, looking for Berger. Ball was behind him, taken back by Otero. Now a long run, looking for Phillip. And a steal by Phillip, and an easy goal on a error by Palacio. Phillip can't pick that up with his hands after it's kicked back to him by a teammate, and Phillip just stayed on him, kicked it away, and put it into the back of the net to make it a 3-1 game with 32:28 to play in this one. Palacio tried to control it with his feet in the box, but Phillip put on the pressure, just nicked it away from him, and easily put it in the back of the net with nobody there. Monsters again trail by 2. They trailed by 2 in the first 10 minutes of the ball game, and they were able to fight back and get back to within 1 goal, but with that fill-up goal, makes it a 3-1 Otero lead. They put up 5 against Paradise Valley 2 nights ago. Foul called at midfield. And the official says this is where the restart's going to be, and Quake will get the start far side to Williams. Near side to Jerome. Williams with the ball far side. Now to Jerome, near side. To Berger, who turns, has some room. Right side looking for Barrios, and it's going to be knocked out off of Otero. It will be Eastern ball. Whistle and a foul. And no card, but a foul called against Eastern, as Maxime Ligai will be checked out by the training staff. That's the Eastern Arizona College athletic training staff coming to check him out on the near side. And he will get up, be helped off by the coaching staff, and on for him will be number 15, that is Axel Lozoya. The officials talk it over. It will be Otero. We're looking for the ball. I don't know that we have. There we go. Lozoya. Back to Gonzalez. Now Otero controls with a 3-1 lead. 30 minutes left in this one. Plenty of time for the Monsters, but they got to take advantage of their attacks. Long ball on. Phillip with it, now flicks it forward, near side, just a little bit too far out of the reach of Lozoya, and it will be an Eastern throw. Felix into Jerome. Now over to Williams. Now on top to Quake. Now across to Williams. Monsters looking for some room on the near side. Now near side to Felix. Felix tries to get it through the defense. Can't. And taken back by Otero. Off to Phillip on the run, but Jerome there to kick it away. Tries to corral it. But it goes over the line and out. It'll be an Otero throw. That win that was here at the beginning of the match is all but gone. The flag on the far side tells me that. That's the extent of my meteorology degree. Otero on the attack again. Far side, looking for Phillip, runner through the box, and it is kicked down by Felix, but stays on to Lozoya. Back out to Gonzalez on the near side. Back right side now center of the field. Near side, looking for the runner to Lozoya, and it's going to go over the end line, and it'll be a goal kick for Eastern. But before the goal kick, back on for Eastern Arizona College from Palma de Mallorca, Spain, Pepito Inga. He's coming on for number 10, Leonardo Pasos Aquino. Colegio Pedro de Alcantara is where he played his last soccer. 28 minutes left in this one, 3-1 Otero lead. Monsters trying to punch their way back in. The Otero backline defense has been really good today, but there's an on ball to Felix. Felix on side and kicked on. It's going to stay. Nope, Eastern going to let it go out. A smart move there by Roberto Arbayo. Long throw onto Felix. Felix in the box, flicks it towards the back, and just missed on the backside was Bruno Hurtado Ontello. His first shot on goal of the night, just off his left foot. He put a ton of spin on it, and it just missed that back post. Monsters have had chances on some attacks, but only have one goal to show for it. Gonzalez pushes it up near side. Nice defense there by the Monsters to get it back onto the foot of Arbayo. Now near side to Felix. And shouldered down by Otero, but back to Eastern. To Pepito. Middle of the field. Reverses it far side to Williams. Williams to Barrios. Far side, the lefty. Fires it into the box on the run and can't get there. Eastern saves it, though, but it's going to be, no, they're going to say it's still on, but nobody there from Eastern to collect it. Nice run on the far side, and Eastern going to get back on defense. Here comes Phillips. And Eastern will get possession with Arbayo to the near side. Arbayo directing traffic. Curls it. Nobody home. Back to Otero. Now with Comine. Crosses far side. Otero on the run. 4 men in a row. Into the edge of the 18. Now back out on top. Kicked away by Eastern. But back. Long attempt. Going to bounce off Palacio again, and Phillip almost there to pick up another cheapie. 25 minutes remaining. Eastern down 2, starting to press a little bit. That long ball, nobody home. Otero can't keep it in. Felix will loft it back towards Selby. And nothing there for the Monsters. Give Eastern a chance to reset defensively and in the midfield. Eastern puts on a little pressure. Selby finally gets it out right side. Center field and up it over the head on the far side. A throw in for Eastern. Back on for Eastern Arizona will be number 8, Sebastian Aguilera, Socorro High School from El Paso, Texas. On for Carrick Stewart. Stewart, a sophomore from Montego Bay, Jamaica. Be a throw for the Monsters. And right back out to Otero. Throw in for the Rattlers, far side. They're trying to sweep Arizona in their trip here to the state. They beat Gateway and Paradise Valley, trying to make it 3 in a row here against Eastern tonight. Otero ball. Near side. Lozoya. Back to Gonzalez. Middle to Kamine. Kamine looking for a through ball. Nice defense there by Jerome to kick it away. Monsters can't corral, though. Lozoya on left side, kicks it through, knocked away there by Williams. He's been there all night long for the Monsters. Williams has had a great game on defense. Be a throw for Otero. And looks like the athletic training staff is headed out onto the field for, is that Jerome who was down for Eastern? It is, and they're going to take this time to make it the official water break. 22:45 to play in the game, 3-1. Otero on top. We'll be back after this. Welcome back here to Eastern Arizona College. Lee Patterson with you. Thanks for joining us tonight, wherever. Hello to the Burgers watching tonight. Was just looking through the comments on the live stream. Appreciate you tuning in. You guys have tuned in every night. I mean, you're watching your son play college soccer. I get it, but we appreciate you for tuning in. 22:45 to play after that water break. Jerome back on. Looked like he was getting a cramp right before the water break. A throw by Otero. Near side, Komine. With it for Otero. Now on to Evan Vonner. First time we've called his name tonight. But he sets it up nice, far side for Otero. Another attack in the box. And booted out by Eastern to Barrios, far side. Eastern trying to get the transition going. Far side, Barrios leaves it up to Berger. Berger with it left side. Off to Barrios. Tried to get it back to Berger, who hit the deck. And a throw in by, for who? It will be an Otero throw-in. Berger down behind the play. A little slow to get up, and Gio Polero will come over and help him up. Berger has put in a ton of energy tonight for the Monsters. Throw in by Otero, and not able to keep it on the far side. It'll be throw for Eastern. 22 minutes remaining in this one. Monsters down 2. Got to find some magic here in the next 22. Jerome with it near side. Tries to find Berger, who flicks it far side. Kicked off by Otero, and here comes Phillip on the run, working against Williams, but Williams able to secure it. Nice job by him again tonight. Near side, now back to Williams, and he takes a big hit on the near side by Rafa Lara. Lara makes sure that Williams is okay. He's going to make sure the shin guards are all in the right position. And now Eastern will take the kick off to Quake. Up near side to Aguilera. Aguilera back to Quake, and it doesn't stay in. Lazoya will throw for Otero. Into the back end to Gonzalez. Now back to Selby. Floats it to the middle of the field, but right back to Eastern. Eastern has some space to Berger. Berger on the run, right side. Going to bring it back out on top now. Nice move by Berger, reverses it. Uses some fancy footwork. Near side to Arbayo. Kicked out by Otero. Throw into Quake. On the run, Quake through a double team, kicked away. But Jerome back to get it for the Monsters at midfield. And a whistle, and the training staff coming on for one of these Otero players. That's number 5, Evan Vonner, who's coming off. I think maybe it was his shoulder, and the official and the training staff looking at him on the near side. They're going to let him stay on. And now the officials going to make him come off for a play because the training staff came on to get him, and they are. So Vonner will stay off until the official lets him back on, and an offside flag up against the Monsters. It'll be Otero ball. Vonner trying to come back on. The coaching staff didn't know that he was sent off. And so Vonner still off. So it looks like Otero playing with 10 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Eastern will chase it down on the far side. Kick it back to Palacio. Now to Jerome. 19 minutes left in this one. Monsters need to get 2 to level this one. Monsters control at midfield. Back to Williams. Near side to Berger. Now to Pepito, middle of the field. Reverses far side now to Barrios, and a sliding tackle. Welcome Lazoyas from Mexico. Thanks for tuning in. Karen Milford, you as well. Appreciate it. It'll be Eastern possession. Into the attacking end and out. It'll be throw by the Monsters. It will be Berger to throw into Quaquet. Back to Berger. Now to Quaquet. Swings it far side to Williams. Williams might be the player of the match, in my opinion, for Eastern on the back end. He has been everywhere on the defensive side. Otero with another steal. Coming to the near side. And a long ball on, but the offside flag up. On the far side, it will be a kick for the Monsters as it was offside. Palacio came out nicely to kick that one away, but didn't need to because the offside flag was up. 16:55 to play. Aguilera with it near side through a double team. Taken away by Otero, but then kicked out. Arbayo to throw in to Quaquet. Back to Arbayo. Now to Aguilera. He'll bring it back to Jerome. Jerome far side to Barrios, I believe. No, that is Stewart maybe? A long on. Nothing there. And back to Otero with 16 to play. Oh, Barrios not even on the pitch right now. He's on the near side. That's what happens when you can't see across. And now pushing and shoving as the ball goes out. It'll be a throw in for the Monsters. And a whistle and a foul against Otero. That'll be a free kick for the Eastern. See if they set it up with Arbayo. And for the second time tonight, Rafa Lara having to be warned to move back on the free kick. Arbayo set. Throws it on into the box. Headed back and chipped up and over. Eastern had a shot there. It was headed there by Berger onto the boot of Pepito, and he just couldn't put it in the back of the net. Put it up and over. 15 minutes to play. Back on Barrios. And number 10, Leonardo Pasos Aquino. Barrios, a freshman from Tucson High in Tucson. Selby with a big boot, but taken down far side by 12. That's Tiago Musino Soares out of Sao Paulo. Long boot by Palacio. Headed back by Otero, but on to Berger. Berger tries to go, and I think his leg just gave out on him. He tried to put it in second gear, and something just didn't want to go. But Eastern still battling on the far side with Felix. Now back to Williams. To Soares. Off far side now. Taken back by Otero. 13:55 to play. Monsters trail 3-1. Looking for some late magic. Near side Lozoya. And he is out. Oh, that ball's going to go into row Z. A nice catch in the stands. Throw in by the Monsters to Barrios, who's back in. And he is tripped up hard by Lozoya on the way by. And Barrios slow to get up. Quaquet wants to restart quick, but Barrios is in some pain. That one looked like knee to knee as he tried to go by. You know, they wear shin guards from their ankle up about, 12 inches, but when you go knee to knee at full speed, that hurts. Quaquet will set. Curls it in, top of the box, nobody home. Otero on the run, but Eastern gets it back. Long lob and saved by Selby. For Otero. Otero has almost triple the amount of shots as Eastern does on goal tonight. As Lozoya now on the run near side. Works against Barrios. Gets to the line and saved by Palacios. And then down goes Barrios, who gets tangled up in the net. And a steal by Phillip. Phillip blocked by Palacios with another save. Chased down by Phillip, far side for Otero. Stolen back by Kwake, though. Nice defense there up to Berger. Berger on the near side. Now kicks it back to Barrios. Berger goes down. I think Berger's cramping up on the near sideline. Long lefty boot up and over. No good by Andrucci. And coming on for Eastern Arizona College, number 9, TJ Cummings, the freshman from Jamaica. He's coming on for 18. Bruno Hurtado Antello. 11:26 to play in this one. Monsters down 3-1. And needing somebody to find some room. Berger. Near side to Barrios. Back to Kwake. Up to Barrios, and that was closer to Bobby Peters. Unfortunately, he's the head coach and not in the game. Lozoya set to throw in. Back to Gonzalez. Leaves it back to Selby. Far side. Leaves it to Vonner, who had the shoulder injury earlier. Back to Gonzalez, near side for Otero. 10 minutes left. Tries to get the through ball near side. Barrios there to pick it up. Off to Berger. Berger, one more shot in him. Let's see. Comes to the near side. Tries to work through the double team. A lot of hand fighting and then cleared by Vonner. Throw in by Barrios. To Kwake. Back to Barrios. Far side to Williams. And taken back by Otero. On the run to Phillip. 1 against 3. Now on near side. And knocked away by guess who? Williams. And then knocked out by Otero. Williams has been there all night on defense. Back into the Eastern lineup. Number 6, Carrick Stewart, the sophomore from Montego Bay, Jamaica. And number 29, Darius Ewers, the freshman from Vimsi, Estonia. Berger coming off. He is exhausted. He has given everything he has tonight. He's got the only goal for the Monsters as well. See if fresh legs make a difference the remaining 9 minutes of this one. Looking for Jers in the middle of the pitch. Nothing there. Monsters showing some pressure on the way back, but Selby going to boot it to the near side. And it'll be a throw in by the Monsters. Jerome gets it into Pepito. Back to Palacio. Suarez, far side. In the middle now to Aquino. Now to Pepito. He'll take the run. Near side to Barrios. Barrios goes across, crosses it far side for Felix. Felix catches. Now in on the run. Nobody home looking for Barrios though. And an offside flag was up. 7:56 to play. Eastern Arizona College trails 3-1 here to Otero. Otero looking to go 3-0 on the early season. Monsters sitting at 1-1-1. Before they start conference play on Saturday against Paradise Valley. Gonzalez with it on the near side. Lofts it to Lozoya on the run. Jerome tries to stop it, but Lozoya has it on. Crosses to Phillip and off the side of his foot and out. Lozoya with the nice touch, but Phillip couldn't corral it. Deanroy Phillip, the freshman. Jers with it on near side now for Eastern. Back the other way. On the run. Gets it back to the center of the field. He hits the deck, and Vonner will be whistled for the touch foul. And the Monsters will get a kick. Barrios, the lefty, will set it up with 6:50 to play. Low cross in the box. Jers has it. Loses it. And then whistled for the foul. And a card against Otero will be booked for Vonner. Vonner will be booked for a yellow card with 6:32 to play in this one for kicking the ball against the shin of a Monster on the reset. Otero ball. Near side to Comine. Back to Selby for Otero. Near side to Gonzalez. Eastern is in chase mode now. Everybody up on defense. Lozoya now back to Gonzalez for Otero. Jers on the defensive prowl. And a near steal by the Monsters in the attack zone. Far side. Felix trying to chase it down. Can't get there. Otero does first. On the run. Up the far side. It'll stay in and picked up by Felix. Felix and Otero going to be whistled for a foul after the Felix steal. Soares set to kick. Floats it towards the 18. Headed away by Otero. Down low to Pepito. Pepito out to Jerome. Jerome to Stewart, back to Jerome. Near side to Pepito. 5:18 to play in the game. Now back to Stewart. Near side. In the middle now. Monsters not able to hold on to it. Taken back though by Eastern. Long attempt saved by Selby, but bounces off. Nobody there for the rebound though. Eastern keeps it though with Pepito near side. Pepito back to Jerome. 4:38 to play. Middle of the field. Now near side to Pepito. Pepito tries to go on the run. Loses a defender. Nice move. Tries to leave it for Barrios. It's a little short and taken back by Comine. And then sends it near side over the line. It will be a throw-in for the Monsters. Into Stewart. Stewart lobs it deep far side. Headed up, but still in. Felix tries to get back to get it. On the run far side, and he does. Felix keeps it in the zone, but then can't handle it down the far line. Otero takes it back. On the run far side. Nice defense there by the Monsters. Otero can't clear. And a kick and a goal! Top of the 18, and the Monsters cut it in half. Top of the 18 by Tay-J Cummings. 3:47 to play in the game, and the Monsters strike again. Tay-J Cummings' first goal. to Jay Cummings with the right foot from the top of the 18. Gets past Selby, and the Monsters with 3:47 to play are back in it. Down 1, 3-2. Now the Monsters will be on the defense again. That's what set up that last goal. They were in defense mode. Here they come on the chase. Otero will kick it back in the defense. Near side to Gonzalez. Now to the near side. And Jerome will head it on for the Monsters. To Barrios, and he is pulled down. And now some pushing and shoving after the whistle between Barrios on the near side with Rafa Lara. And Eastern will get a free kick from there. On to Barrios. The lefty crosses far side to Suarez. Now right side. Middle of the field. Tries to kick it on, does Stewart. Now leaves it middle of the field. Eastern has a chance again. That's the lefty. Aquino with it, far side. And it's bounced off of Otero. It'll stay in. Aquino on the run, on the line, crosses it. And an offside. Nope, they're going to say over the line and out. Nice effort on the far side by the Monsters. 2:34 to play. Monsters down 1. They're in full attack mode here. Otero able to get it up the far side. Now they're going to run an attack of their own. They've got 6 on. Far side to Lozoya. Lozoya on the run. Keeps it in. Barrios comes to trail now on defense. Lozoya now back on top to Gonzalez. Otero just in defense mode here. 2 minutes to play. Making the Monsters chase. Selby fires it far side. Suarez for Eastern. Heads it back so Palacio could pick that up. Now near side to Jerome. Up to Pepito. Near side to Barrios. Barrios turns on the run against Lozoya. Loses the ball. And a whistle and a foul called against Otero, so Eastern going to be able to set up a free kick. Now they started off to Barrios. Now back to Stewart, middle of the field, and knocked away. 1:25 to play, and Otero just kicks it deep. Palacio leaves it back to Williams, middle of the field. Just over 60 seconds left in this one. Monsters need one more attack, trying to tie it up. Pepito near side. Hit it midfield. No whistle. Play on, says the official. Oh, there was a whistle. Jerome stops. Gets it to Pepito. Now back to Stewart. Stewart on the run. Far side. Now to Cummings. Cummings corrals. And out of bounds. It will be a corner kick for the Monsters with 50 seconds to play. The Monsters have a chance. They'll bring everybody up. It will be Anthony Barrios to kick from the corner for the Monsters. Their set pieces have been good all season long. Monsters looking to tie it up. Swings it in. Headed out. Nobody home. Jer's going to chase it down for the Monsters. He turns and goes against Phillip, and he is taken down, and the Monsters have another chance with 20 seconds left. Barrios sets it up. 14 seconds. Barrios fires on and saved by Selby, and that's probably going to be the last chance for the Monsters. 8 seconds left in this one. And a valiant effort by Eastern Arizona College to come back, but they're going to fall just shy. 3-2 the final score. Otero sweeps Arizona on their road trip. They win it 3-2. They move to 3-0 on the season. Eastern Arizona College falls to 1-2-1. And let's take a quick look at some stats here in this one. For Otero, Deanroy Phillip, Alessandro Colea, and Tom Lassier are the three goal scorers in this one. 4 saves tonight by Selby. 13 shots on goal for the Otero Rattlers in this one tonight. For Eastern Arizona College, they had 7 shots on goal, including 2 corners. Guillermo Palacio had 8 saves tonight. TJ Cummings and Renardo Berger, the 2 goal scorers, and the assist went to Barrios on the Berger goal in that one. Taking a look at the scoring summary, in the 8th minute, Alessandro Colea scored for Otero, and in the 10th minute, Tom Lassier made it 2-0. Then in the 37th minute, Berger, with the assist from Barrios, made it a 2-1 Otero lead, and then Otero got on the board first in the second half in the 58th minute. Dean Roy Phillip with the goal, and TJ Cummings in the 87th minute made it a 3-2 ball game, but that is as close as Eastern Arizona College would get tonight. Eastern Arizona Volleyball will be at home tomorrow night. That'll be our next broadcast here on the EAC live stream page. It'll be 5 o'clock Arizona time tomorrow night as Eastern Arizona College Volleyball is taking on South Mountain Community College. That'll do it for us. Thanks for watching. I'm Lee Patterson. Have a great night.